Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, hey folks, Sam played a video series of videos I've been doing for a while now. I go over there, tried food and drink items, eat stuff and drink stuff, and folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that the time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie, I don't know what to think of this next one. But we'll get to that. Super simple format, folks. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to eat some shit, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to let you know just exactly what I thought about it. And I'm going to try to be as descriptive as possible, what with the verbiage and the adjectives and stuff. It's a whole thing, folks. I am the product of a proud American high school education system, plus a little community college. Hooray! I think I only ever passed one class. I did not try hard. But anyway, yeah. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm inside the truck. Got some grody work clothes on. Again, high school education and such. Typically, when those two things are in congruence, that means that I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review. That's very much the case today, folks. But like I said, this is an odd one because, well, what am I trying for y'all today, folks? We're doing boom! It is Filled by Cake Bites, the Peanutter. Now, first of all, what the fuck kind of name is Filled by Cake Bites? Like, if you were just called Cake Bites, I would understand. But you're not. You're filled by cake bites. Now, if you just call yourself Filled, I could have given you that too. Fair enough. But Filled by Cake Bites just seems wordy and like an unnatural brand name. Or if you just called the damn thing the Peanutter and just left it at that. But apparently, it is rich milk chocolate coating, crushed peanuts, peanut butter, and a crunchy cookie. All of those things sound great. But that said, there's some crap on it, but whatever. I don't know what this is. Is this like an 1800s fucking candy that I found? I got it at 7-Eleven. What are you from? Contains bioengineered food ingredients. Those are the best kind. What are you, like, where? Apparently it's from Cookies United. Yeah, it's Cookies United from New York. I don't know. I really don't know what the hell with these. I just found them randomly, and I was like, sure, that looks like a thing that I can try. So let's do that. Like I said, these have the feel of, like, some turn-of-the-century candies. Like, I could be wrong. Could be wrong. But even the packaging and stuff, like, it feels like some shit where it's like, once the Great Depression got through, the first thing I spent my first hay penny on was some Filled by Cake Bites Peanutter. Looks like this. This kind of reminds me of when they came up with the Butterfinger peanut butter cups. I don't know if they're still around, but they had a thing where it was like, it's a peanut butter cup, but they also had like the cookie aspect of the Butterfinger. That's what this reminds me a lot of. Because you get like the cookie crunch. I will say peanut butter flavor is really nice. Like, it tastes like proper peanut butter. The cookie is like a shortcake type of cookie. It's very crumbly. Eats really nicely. The chocolate, it's okay. It's very standard probably milk chocolate, just basic candy chocolate, American candy chocolate for any international viewers. I apparently have a few of you. Hi to wherever you are. The peanuts on the top, the crushed peanuts, they're kind of nice. They add in a little bit of texture variation. And, they give it sort of an extra peanutty sort of taste. And yeah, it's just cookie peanut butter. Yeah, okay. I'll say this. It tastes exactly like what the ingredients say that it should taste like. Like, you've got the cookie aspect of it, got the peanut butter aspect of it, you got the chocolate aspect of it, and then you got the crushed peanuts. It tastes like all those things together. That is exactly it. It's not bad. I enjoy it. I will stand by my assessment, though, in saying that it feels like a treat that came around when horse-drawn carriages were still the norm in terms of transportation. Especially because of the cookie. Like, the cookie isn't bad, but it does feel like an old-timey cookie. The best aspect for me is a peanut butter, because it doesn't taste like a Reese's peanut butter. I love a Reese's, I really do. There's no two ways about it. The peanut butter in Reese's is not great peanut butter. This actually tastes more like proper peanut butter. And even though it's competing against the other flavors, it really cuts through the middle. And you get this nice, really just sort of delicious peanut butter flavor. Yeah. I'm down with them. They're a fairly dry treat, I will say that. I just reviewed this, by the way. India grape soda. Go look for that review. Alright, well, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Occasionally, and sure-ish. I really do stand by my sentiment that, as hyperbolic as it's been, it does feel like an old-timey kind of treat, which isn't entirely terrible. Like, I love Werther's Originals. I actually like black licorice, which a lot of people hate, but, and it's good. It's fundamentally good. I could see myself grabbing some occasionally. It would definitely not be a cookie that made its way regularly into my rotation. Like, it's not going to replace Oreos, which Oreos are super old, too. At some point in time, I want to try the Hydrox cookies, because I believe those are actually still available. For those who aren't aware, Hydrox were basically black and white cookies, where you had nice chocolatey cookies and a nice creamy center, that existed before Oreos did. And, yeah. So, I do, like I said, I like it, but it wouldn't be a go-to cookie for me. Now, should you try it? I think so, because I think that there's a lot to take away from it. I think it's overall a nice treat. I think it offers some nice variation in what it is, and it's not expected, even though it is somewhat familiar to certain things that I've had. I think it's different enough that it's worth trying. But again, I don't personally think it's probably going to be in your favorite treat. But it's good. Anyway, 5 things before I get out of here, folks. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest week, monumental rest month, stupendous rest year, folks. You can go in there and have yourselves a truly 1800s rest of your life. No, that's a terrible plan. That would be an awful thing to do. Don't do that. For one thing, just why? Just why? Don't have an 1800s trust you. I mean, yeah, there was like industrialization and, you know, there are things, but then, I mean, you know, man, come on now. Come on now. Don't do that. I don't know what era to say that you should have for the rest of your life. I'm sure plenty of people have their own opinions on that, but the reality is that every era has ups and downs and goods and bads. So, final two things. Number one, try to bring some positivity in your world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated, but we do can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Excuse me. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing to do in the world. Trust me, that's why I put try at the very beginning of it. It's very deliberate, because at the end of the day, we are going to have times in our lives that are very stressful, very distressing, and sometimes it's real easy to be an asshole, folks. Trust me. As chill a person as I try to be, fuck with me in traffic, and all of that dies. All of that dies. I suddenly become a much angrier person. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. And by the way, if you're ever shitty enough to go over there and throw a fucking beverage at my goddamn car while I'm trying to drive, I will attempt to fucking track your ass down and fucking hit you with something. Now, I didn't succeed, thankfully so. Cooler heads prevailed. But the fact of the matter was, if I hadn't gotten the red light when I did, I may in fact have fucking gone over there and pursued that path. But I like to think I wouldn't have. I like to think that it would. But that was such a shitty thing. And luckily my fucking window was down, otherwise the damn thing would have fucking gone right into me. Fuck those guys. But very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe what you're going to do is you're going to take my story. That was true. I'm not joking at all. That really did happen about a year ago now. And folks, just, you know, trust me, being out on the road, it is the least happy thing that I tend to do in my life. And it can be real frustrating. And like I said, sometimes you get some jagoffs out there who just decide they're going to make your life miserable. It happens. Don't go over there and attempt to go over there and hit them with a metal bar. Like, that wouldn't have been... There was no good way that could have ended. And it was one of those things where, like, as soon as, like, I calmed down, it was just like, what? Best case scenario, I kick the shit out of them and I end up going to jail. Worst case scenario, I try to kick the shit out of them, get the shit kicked out of me, and then probably still end up going to jail. So don't do that. Instead, why don't you go over there and get yourself a delicious smoothie, and then smoothie it up.